It is my honor to invite the valedictorian, Ugwu Lloyd Kamsi, to give the valedictory speech for the class of 2024.
The Chair, Board of Trustees, Jesuit Memorial College. Very Reverend Father John Ganza of the Society of Jesus. The President, Reverend Father Amadu Abuchi Moneme of the Society of Jesus. The Principal, Reverend Father Alexander Irichuku of the Society of Jesus. The Chaplain, Reverend Father Ubo Ngatai of the Society of Jesus. The Vice Principal Academics, the Vice Principal Student Life, special guests of honor, His Lordship, Most Reverend Simeon Okezo Nwobi, CMF, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Ahịara. The commencement speaker, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. Parents, alumni, and well-wishers, staff and students of Jesuit Memorial College, my fellow survivors, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all a very good afternoon. It is an honor greater than I have ever imagined that I stand here today to attempt to summarize the breadth and depth of 6 long years in 10 minutes. In the instant of this moment, I can't help but reflect on the fact that none of us ever really pictures this day as vividly as it is now. On the first day of September 2018, we walked through those gates and we had finalized our numerous escape plans by the end of the year. We watched the pioneer set graze their way into the real world on a day such as this. But as at that time, it all seemed too far away. In truth, we did not think we would be able to exhaust this time in what has been our home for the past 6 years, JMC, Jail More Children. We fell into the system so completely that most of us can recite our weekly schedule by heart. Mass, eat, read, sleep. Mass, eat, read, sleep. Day after day unending. But here we are, 6 years later, beautifully adorned and beaming with smiles on our faces. Remember in junior school, the endless drama of group projects, where inevitably someone always did way more than his or her fair share, while the rest of us perfected our invisibility skills. Remember also when some of us would spend dinner time in the toilet just because we were too shy to walk across the dining hall in our social wears. Or when we would celebrate Friday evenings like we actually had a 9-to-5 job. Do you all remember the thrill of entering senior school? It felt like crossing into a new world, where we were entrusted with more responsibilities and allowed to carve out our paths. Everyone seemed to have a new bounce in their step. We felt we were on top of the world till senior school taught us that not everything was to be understood in class. Oftentimes, we'd realize what the teacher was talking about during our night study halls. I can't forget our first physics class, when Mr. Ibidion of blessed memory kept laughing at us and singing, "Sit down on it, sit down on it." It was then that it became clear that we were truly on our own. Although senior school came with lots of doubts and fears, we navigated the challenges of balancing academic rigor with co-curricular pursuits, all the while forming bonds that will last a lifetime. So if we could all do it, you all can do it too. Just make sure that you trust the process. My junior school brothers and sisters, don't forget that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. For my senior school counterparts, don't forget I repeat, don't forget that the end of the journey is the most difficult. So all I will say is that you keep your head up and embrace the struggle. It doesn't last forever, and it can be fun sometimes. Now, I know you can all agree with me that there is something so remarkable about this very class, the class of 2024. Yes, some will say we are the set that completed the school. Others will say we are the set that we are the largest set of students so far to be presented as graduates, being 90. Yet, there is more I invite you to see, ponder, and appreciate about my class. Look at each person here, and you would see 6 years of unforgettable memories engraved in each heart. From crying because of coming to school, to crying because we are leaving school for good. I remember in JSS 3, the good old days of boys versus girls, which taught us how to survive without communicating with our counterparts. Am I right, guys? But over time, we learned to tolerate each other and do things as a team. Remember when we played a football match together? The girls played so well that they got tired barely after 30 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, look in our eyes and you will see the unmistakable glimmer of hope. In our faces, you will see the shadows of the children we used to be. Afraid, yet thirsty for adventure. Children who sometimes fell short, but pushed onwards nonetheless. You will see the battle scars of academic warriors, scars that forced us to learn hard lessons. But more than anything, you will see growth and the indisputable desire for more. This set has always reached for the margins. We always wanted more and never settled for less. If the jam score to beat was 355, my set mates will prove to you that 363 is attainable. If there are 20 people on the honor roll in a regime from our set, you better believe that in the next regime, we will be 40. It was always in our nature to do and be better, to push ourselves and carry our teammates along. But our growth cannot be attributed to our ability alone. You see, plants need sunlight. They require water and soil with a host of nutrients to grow. So many factors are responsible for the finished product, and I feel it is only necessary to thank and recognize the sunlight, the water, the soil, and the nutrients in our lives that have helped us bloom into the people we are today. To our dear parents, words prove inadequate to express the depth of gratitude we feel towards you. Were it not for you and your many sacrifices, I make bold to say that we would not be who we are today. Thank you. I hope our lives in the coming days of witnessing and our accomplishments hereafter will echo your efforts and do justice to your many sacrifices. To the cleaners and gardeners, thank you for nurturing our beautifully serene learning environment. My heart goes out to Mr. Jackson and his efficient catering staff for saving us from hunger. To Mr. Abiye and his hard-working team of maintenance staff, God bless you. We say thank you for your ever selfless service. To Nurse Amarachi and her team of nurses, thank you for taking care of us. To the hostel parents, although sometimes it seemed like we hated you and gave you all a really tough time, we appreciate your very presence, your passion, your pain, all of it, and we say a very big thank you. Thank you to the men in uniform, the men behind the wheel. We see you and we are truly, truly grateful. To the teachers, Ndunkuzi, Oluko, Malami, thank you. Dalu, Adupe, Nagode, thank you for working with us and forming us. Thank you for believing in us and giving us that bittersweet, tough love. Thank you for humbling us and reading out our scores in front of the whole class. I must say that was such an efficient way of motivating us to work harder. Thank you also for praising us and celebrating with us. And to the administration, we have come to realize and affirm that all you have ever done has been out of love and care for the children placed in your hands. Children who are seated now as men and women of character. Thank you, Father Buchi, the President. Thank you for your many stories and for always providing for us. Thank you, Father Alex, our ever-loving principal. Thank you for enduring all our trouble. I know you will miss us even though you never admit it. To our present and past chaplains, thank you, Father Ubong and Father Ugoji. You have shown us that God is truly the way to eternal happiness. To Father Emeka and Father Ase, thank you for your impact in our lives. To our past and present Vice Principal Academics, Sister Florence and our one and only Sister Lillian, thank you for encouraging us and helping us keep our eyes on the goal. Mr. James, our very own Mr. James Eyo, we say a very big thank you. We apologize for all the headaches we caused. May God truly bless you for your ever selfless service. Class of 2024, congratulations. We have fought the good fight, finished the race, and kept the faith. These 6 years have been a lesson, and the test begins today as we're unleashed into the world. This time, it's you versus you. It's your dreams versus your fears. Permit me to share a short story about the world's greatest footballer. Sorry, Ronaldo fans, please keep it together. Messi faced adversity from a young age, diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency that threatened to derail his football dreams. They said he was too short to play football professionally. Despite the odds stacked against him, Messi refused to let his circumstances define him. He remained steadfast in the commitment to his craft, never losing sight of his ultimate goal to be the best footballer he could be. As we begin our journeys into the unknown, let us draw inspiration from Messi's story. Let us remember that no dream is too big, no obstacle too daunting, and no setback too insurmountable. And with the heart of a lion and the spirit of a champion, there is no limit, absolutely no limit to what we can achieve. Messi once said, "I start early and I stay late, day after day, year after year. It took me 17 years and 114 days to become an overnight success." This quote emphasizes the importance of hard work, dedication, and persistence in achieving success. It highlights Messi's commitment to his craft and serves as a reminder that greatness is no magic trick. This may sound familiar to us all. Class of 2024, as we cross those gates today, be like Messi, and let's make our alma mater proud. Thank you.